I did a inspection on a house a while ago, and they had a roof over sort of like a, not a vaulted ceiling, but it was a high pitch roof over a living space, like a bedroom or something. And they had spray foamed the area under the roof decking itself. And you can do this if you're going to incorporate that space with your HVAC system. So you have to install a supply and a return. And the reason is that the moisture that's coming out of the house is going to get stuck because you spray over the ridge vent. The house, it's going to get stuck unless you do something about this. If you're going to spray, you need to take that into account. How are you going to pull the moisture that's developing in the attic? If you don't, you'll have condensation on everything. But the most important thing was what I discovered during the inspection, which is the contractor used open cell spray foam. You have closed cell and you have open cell, and the difference is literally how it sounds. Spray foam is a series of pockets of air inside this matrix of plastic, let's call it. And so if the individual pockets of air do not communicate with the adjacent pocket of air, then that's called closed cell. Open cell is when there's communication. And sometimes that's a nice thing to have, but not on the underside of a roof deck. And the reason is that the attic, to go through the insulation, make contact with the roof decking and stay. Because there's no way for it to dry out, because on the other side of the roof decking is tar paper and shingles normally. And if you have this spray foam on the other side, that plywood's going to be getting wet and you'll never know it until it collapses. Use closed cell. If you're stuck and you have open cell, you can paint the insulation. I mean, you can paint it, and it will provide a vapor barrier so the moisture doesn't penetrate through the spray foam. I gave the client the option: either he paints or he pulls the insulation and has it spray foamed, or he could put a thin little layer of closed cell on top of it. You could do that. When you run into this, just be aware the most critical component is that you have this apply and return air, because there is going to be moisture collecting in that space.